Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome. It is Wednesday, and you are here for my live at 10 a.m. Senior Sweat. How are you all doing this morning? I hope that you had a good night and that your week so far has been all right, and that you've been doing some exercise. I hope that you don't just wait until our Wednesday 10 a.m. sessions to move. Hopefully you're doing something active every single day. You do want to try to get out, get some fresh air, do some safe exercising, practice that social distancing. Depending upon where you live, there's lots of neighborhood streets that you could frequent if you don't feel comfortable going to a public setting like a busy park, things around your house, your neighborhood. So I hope that you're staying active every single day and working up a little bit of a good sweat. Remember, there's always things that you can do safe at home. You don't even have to go outside if you don't want to. And this morning, we are going to show you some other ways that you can stay active at home. So thank you again, everybody, for tuning in and working out with me this morning. All right, so are you ready to get started? Good. All right, I'm Meg from Empowered by Meg, in case you're just tuning in. A few things for today's sweat session. Make sure you have some water. I'm going to be using weights and dumbbells, maybe even some resistance bands in today's class. But for you at home, if you don't have these things, that's okay. You can follow along with just your own body weight, and anything works in substitution for weights or dumbbells, okay? Think outside the box. Objects around your house, heavy books, a can, a bag of flour, whatever you have around your house can substitute as a prop or a weight if you would like to elevate your workout beyond using just your own body weight. Okay, so let's get started with a couple of warm-up drills and activities to get our body primed and ready for the workout. All right, start it off with just a simple arm over arm cross. Start to loosen up through your chest and through your shoulders. Start to feel the body moving a little bit. Maybe start to take it into some side-to-side steps to add in some lower body movement. My Wednesday 10 a.m. classes are specifically geared towards our seniors and anybody who's looking for a lower paced activity. Obviously, I will still give you ways if you wanted to elevate that movement. So if you are looking for something a little bit more vigorous, you can feel free to check out my 5 p.m. live classes. Those are a little bit more challenging. There's also ways to make those a little bit easier as well. Good. All right, stabilize those feet and those legs, quiet them down, and take it about hip width distance apart, and now take it into a cross body reach. I'm adding a little bit of a twist in there, extending my arms as I pivot. I hope that today you'll get outside, bundle up because it's chilly, and go for a little walk. Maybe some of you even jog, ride a bike, whatever you got. It's a great way to cool down after this class ends. Good. All right, so now stand with your feet about shoulder width distance apart. Arms can be out to the side, or if you need to hold on to something, feel free to reach out and stabilize yourself against a wall or a piece of furniture or a chair. And I just want you to swing your legs from front to back, starting to loosen up your hips. A lot of the exercises that you're going to see me do during our Senior Sweat series, I will be doing standing up, but if you at home need to sit, you can do pretty much most of these things from a seated position as well. So for instance, if you were seated, you could do some light swings, a lower range of motion, just swinging those legs. And I'm going to go back and swing the opposite leg again. Okay, now I'm gonna switch it up one last time. Good. All right, take your feet back to hip width distance apart, and we're gonna do just some practice squats here, and I'm gonna turn to the side for you. Remember, you wanna focus on sliding your hips and your butt back, digging your heels into the floor to stand up, okay? So here we go, ready, set, and go. Slide the hips and the butt back, stand nice and tall. Hips and the butt come back, stand nice and tall. Remember when you're doing these, you're not bending your knees. A lot of people, I see them go like this. You're gonna hurt your knees, and that's not a squat. Use the function of the hips sliding back. And if you need help with that, do it over a chair or your couch. Slide the hips and the butt back, stand. Slide the hips and the butt back, stand. It's just like you're sitting down in a chair and then you're standing up. That's the functional movement of a squat. Okay, now let's continue to do these, but let's add a little bit of a front kick to it. So we stand up, we kick, we sit back down, okay? Stand, kick, sit back down. Stand, kick, sit back down. I want you to keep repeating this. Again, this is just our warm-up. I'm not gonna lie, we might actually do some of these in the real workout, but for right now, I just want you to warm up those legs a little bit more. Good. Perfect. All right, let's warm up our upper body a little bit more. So for this next one, I'm gonna do some push-ups and I'm gonna do them off my bench. You could do these off your couch, off a chair. If you need to elevate it and make it higher so it's easier, you can do this off a wall or a doorway, all right? So I'm gonna place my hands about shoulder width distance apart. I'm gonna extend my legs back behind me so my body stays in one nice straight line. My butt's not way back here, okay? My butt's tucked. I'm gonna bend my elbows, lower towards the bench, and press away, okay? If you needed to modify this, you could bend those knees, right? See how my spine still stays neutral, my butt's tucked, and I bend and I press away. And that's taking off pressure from my lower back, okay? Ready? Try to get like maybe 8 to 10 of these on your own. Breathe out, push away. Breathe out, push away. And again, if you need to modify this further, you can place your hands on a wall or a door. Same exact thing. Breathe out and press away. Once you've hit about 8 to 10 of those, you can stop. And now we're gonna warm up that whole body. So let's jog it on out or march it on out for about 30 seconds here. Again, jog or march, whatever you can do. Again, if you're seated, you can still jog and move those arms and legs in place. We have about 10 more seconds. And stop. Okay, let's take it to some side-to-side movement patterns, some lateral patterns. So stand with your feet about shoulder width distance apart, hands on your hips, take a side step, little mini squat, side step, mini squat. Keep repeating this. In today's program, we're going to combine a little bit of cardio with a little bit of strength training to give you a nice little circuit workout. I started to take those side steps in the opposite direction, so I hope you did as well. Don't always wait for me to tell you what to do. See if you can follow along. You want to make sure you're working both movement patterns. Good. Awesome. Okay, let's take it back to that little jog, but this time let's take it to a front to back. So front, then take it backwards. And again, if you can't jog, just take it to a walk. That works as well. You know, whether you're in this for a lower paced workout or you want something more vigorous, you can modify almost anything and scale it to what you need it to be. So you could be an elite athlete taking this class right now and speed things up. Or you could be somebody who's rehabbing or new to exercise and slow it down. Either way, no matter who you are, as long as you just show up, you'll be able to have a great workout. Good, awesome. Okay, are you ready for some more? I think we're done with our warm-up. And now let's move into the actual workout. Okay, so now here's where I'm going to be grabbing my props. I've got a pair of dumbbells, and this is what we're going to work on. Some coordination and some math skills are required for today's workouts. You are going to be counting to the number 7. Not too high, all right? And here's what we're going to do first. We're going to come forward and we're going to do some dumbbell rows to work our back. We're going to do 7 of those. Then we're going to come here and we're going to do 7 mini squats with an overhead press. You're going to take your weights or your props, place them down. We're going to do some forward and backward little jogging sprints. We're going to pick the dumbbells back up and we're going to do some bicep curls. Are you ready? Okay, so let's start it off with those bent over rows. We're working our back here. Remember, we're going with 7 of them. Ready? Here we go. Pull straight back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Stand it on up. Dumbbells up at your shoulders. 7 squats, overhead presses. Sit back. Breathe out, press up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Good. Okay, I'm going to place my props down, and now I'm going to do my front to back little jog sprints. So forward, take it backwards. If you don't feel comfortable going backwards, just turn around, do our little jogs. Or your little marches. We're getting that cardio in. We're getting that heart rate up. We got one more. Good. Okay, now go back to those weights. Let's take those dumbbells, palms face forward. Give me 7 bicep curls for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now take those arms up overhead. Give me 7 tricep extensions. Bend and extend for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Good. Put those weights down. Take a little breather. Let that heart rate come down. We're going to repeat that little circuit that we just did 2 more times. So again, remember that when you're doing these, make sure that you're focusing on the body parts that correspond with the movements. So that first exercise that we're doing, that bent over dumbbell row, it's targeting your back, your lats, those long muscles on either side of your back. So when you're here, you're pulling back, okay? 7 of those. Then we do our 7 squat to overhead presses. That's taking care of our big muscle groups for the strength. And then we go into that little jogging pattern to get our heart rate up a little bit more, to add a little cardiovascular effect to it before we hit our arms with those bicep curls and tricep extensions. Okay, are you ready to hit it again? All right, let's do it. Here we go. Let's do 7 again. So hinge forward. And here we go. Row, pull for 1, 2, 3. Breath out. I'll let you take over your counting, just in case you're in a different spot than I am. Once you've done your 7 rows, take it into those 7 squat to presses. Remember, sit back into your hips. Stand up nice and tall. Brace up your abs so that you're protecting your lower back. Remember, you can follow along with just your own body weight. That was 7 for me. And now I'm going to go into my little shuttle sprints. Maybe if you don't have enough space to do little sprints like how I'm doing, you can feel free to just jog or march it out in place. We're getting our heart rate up, getting a little cardio effect here. I'm gonna do one more. Good. Okay, now grab those weights. Let's take it into those bicep curls and overhead tricep extensions. So curl it up. 1. Again, get yourself to 7. Focus on those biceps, curling those arms up. All right, now take those arms up. Tricep extension, overhead. Bend and extend. Pay attention to your elbows. Make sure they're not flaring way out to the side. You can take this down to just 1 dumbbell if 2 is too difficult. Good, that's 7. Awesome. Now I'm giving you targets of 7. You, by all means, can feel free to reduce that number or elevate it a little bit, depending upon what you feel you have the strength to do or what you're in the mood for. I'm giving you just suggestions. It's up to you to decide what works for you. We're doing today repetitions. However, if you wanted to do this again on your own, because I know you all work out without me too, right? Yes. You could do this and set a little timer. And you could do each of these drills for 30 seconds rather than counting and doing repetitions. Or maybe you just do them till you're tired and kind of go to that level of, giving it all you got in one go. It all depends on what motivates you. All right, we're ready to do our 3rd and final round of this. So grab those weights and let's take it into our last set of those bent over dumbbell rows. So hinge forward, draw the belly in to engage the core, and here we go. Breath out, pull straight back for 1. Remember, I gave you a target of 7. You do your best or what works for you. I'm gonna do a couple more. Good. All right, now stand it on up. Let's take it into those squats to overhead presses. Use that exhale to extend those arms up. Good. All right, now it's time for that little cardio burst. Take it into those jogs or marches now. In this next section, we're going to work on some core, some balance, and more cardio. Okay, one more. Good. All right, grab those weights. Let's take it into the last set of our bicep curls and our overhead tricep extensions. So curl it up. Remember not to swing those arms. You want your arms a little bit forward, your elbows a little bit forward of your body so that you're not swinging and lifting those elbows up. You want to actively engage your biceps. Good. All right, now take those arms up. Bend, lower them behind your head if you can. Extend. If you're not able to do this overhead movement, don't worry. You can just skip it. I've got 2 more. Good. Awesome. All right, put those weights down. If you need some water, now would be a good time to get it. Otherwise, just take a little mini break. Stretch out if you need to. All right, this next part is going with balance, it's going with core, and we're going to be throwing in some cardio. You're going to have lots of options. So I hope you'll find something that suits you. All right, so for this first part, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do balance. We're gonna start it and we're gonna stand on one foot. I know everybody loves this. So I'm gonna stand on my left foot. I've decided to grab my weights, but you don't have to. If you're struggling a lot with balance, you might just wanna use your own body weight and forego the props or the weights. So standing on that one foot, drawing my abdominal muscles in, picking that opposite foot up off the floor, and I'm gonna take my arms here, and I'm gonna hold them out here, flexed, and now I'm gonna turn them 90 degrees so that they're parallel to the floor, and I'm flexing. You might be able to hear my dogs whining up at the door. They wanna come down. And release it. Good. Same thing on the opposite side. Stand on that one foot. Draw the abdominal muscles in. Arms come up. Flex those biceps. Now go ahead, turn them up 90 degrees. And hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Good. Okay, now from here, let's set our feet hip width distance apart. And this part is where we're really going to focus a little bit more on our core. We're going to do opposite elbow towards opposite knee. So take that opposite foot, bring it up, bend that opposite elbow, leans in towards it. Okay? Try to keep your hips square and your torso upright. Don't fold over. Think about bringing your leg up towards your arm rather than your arm down towards your leg. And if you need to modify this, you can do this from a seated position as well, bringing that opposite foot, opposite knee towards that opposite arm. That's a way to decrease it if you need it. If you wanted to elevate it, you could lay down on the floor and do these. Keep those going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and stop. Okay, so I also promised you cardio with this one as well. And we are going to do our little lateral movement patterns and a fast foot shuffle. So we're going to stand sideways and we're going to do little fast feet in a sideways pattern. Remember, I'm doing a little fast foot jog, but if you can't do this, you can just sidestep up on your toes. It's up to you. So do what works for you. We're getting that heart rate up. We're working our lateral movement patterns, which helps make our body more responsive. It's functional. It also is helping us work on our balance and our core stability as well. And stop. Take a little breather. Good job. We are going to repeat that one more time, not 3 times like we did the first circuit. This one we're just doing one more time because I have some other things planned for us. How are we doing so far? Everybody still with me and hanging in there? I hope so. Okay, so we're going to take it into the last round of that. And it starts with our standing balance drills. So choose which foot you'd like to stand on first. Root down strong. Lift your chest, tall, proud chest. Core engaged. Bring those arms up. Hold them 90 degrees. Lift that foot up off the floor. Stand rooted and strong. Now bring it up 90 degrees. And we're going to hold here. Continue to hold. Engage your glutes. Remember, if this is too much for you, you can always feel free to not use the weights. You could take a hand and reach it out to a wall or a piece of furniture and hold your balance a little bit better. Release it. Let's switch sides. Same thing on the opposite side. Root down strong through that leg. Draw your core in. Lift that leg. We're also working our upper body with these isometric holds. We're going to continue to hold here. And release it. Very good. All right, let's take it into that standing or seated cross-body crunch. Feet wide. Target for this. Keep those feet wide the entire time, whether you're seated or standing. Opposite elbow towards that opposite knee. If that's too much, maybe you take your arms and you swing the arms down. That's still incorporating that opposite arm to opposite leg, but it's making a little bit easier to balance. And it's a little gentler to your shoulders if you have shoulder issues. Keep those feet wide so you're able to stay balanced. Awesome. Okay, now let's take it to that side-to-side movement. I did a fast foot shuffle, but remember, you can just do a side-to-side step if that works better for you. So here we go. We only have a few more things left. The lower we go, the more strength it requires in our legs. And again, if you're not able to move like that, stand up taller and just take it to that side-to-side step. Maybe do it from your toes. Good. Awesome. Take a little breather. How are you feeling? That heart rate should be up. Is it? I hope so. In a good way. All right, are you ready to wind things down? If you have your props, go ahead and get them. This would be your lighter props or your lighter dumbbells if you're using them. Otherwise, you're just going to follow along with your own body weight. So take those arms, raise them out in front, start to twist those wrists. That's all I'm doing. I'm keeping my arms parallel to the floor, standing up nice and tall. And I'm going to take those arms, place them so they palms face in, pull back, open and close. Pull, open and close. Pull, open and close. I got a couple more. Last ones. Open and close. Bring them back down, palms face down. Hold them here. Start to lower them down. And now let's raise them back up. Again, if you need to just use your own body weight, that's okay too. Nice and slow. Slowly raise them up. Slowly raise them back down. Keep a nice relaxed neck. And we have one more time. Raise them on up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Great job. All right, you are done with today's workout. Unless you have something else planned for yourself, I'm not sure. All right, let's stretch it out a little bit. Take your right arm, bring it across. Left arm scoops it up and gives it a hug. Stretch out those shoulders. And let's switch it on up. Same thing on the opposite side. Release it. Let's take those arms, raise them up overhead, grab a hold of your right wrist, pull up out of your waist, lean to your left. Come back up, switch it up, same thing on the opposite side. Release it. Let's take those arms, interlace your hands behind your back, lift your head, lift your shoulders, roll the chest up. Extend those arms away from the body. Stretch out through your chest, through your biceps. Release it. Good. Let's take a seat. Let's take our right leg, let's cross it over our left thigh. A little figure 4 stretch to stretch out through your hip and your thigh. If you're able to, you can choose to lean forward or extend those arms to deepen that stretch. Release it. Let's switch sides. Same thing, opposite side. Open it on up, and then decide if you're going to add those arms or a little lean in. Release it. And that, my friends, is all I have planned for you today. I hope that you had a great time working out with me during our 10 a.m. Senior Sweat. Again, you can catch me every Wednesday here at 10 a.m. or tune into my Live at 5 programs every evening here also on my Facebook page. Again, all of these exercises and workouts you are able to view at any time under the videos tab here or at the Empowered by Meg YouTube channel. For the last 6 weeks, so since Monday, March 16th, I have been hosting these live workouts for free, Monday through Friday. So I hope that they've been helping you. It's my way of being able to give back and helping everybody to stay active virtually. Feel free to check out other opportunities that I've offered on my Facebook page and also through my website. Reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you all. And thank you so much for tuning in. Again, get out there, go get a little walk and get some fresh air. Stay socially distanced though, wear those masks, and have a great day. Thanks again so much, everybody. Bye.